check out the Making of Worlds 2021 show open presented by Mastercard. Oh, so this is how they made the opening ceremony. This is like the behind the scenes of how they made the opening ceremony for Worlds of 2021. That's dope. Oh, I'm excited for this. Let's go.
We go all in on the opening ceremony because of the respect we have for the players who are about to play.
Yes, sir.
They deserve the world's greatest opening act.
And we're always trying to exceed expectations with that.
This is the year that Arcane is revealed to players around the world, sharing a much deeper,
such a good series.
Expression.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. So, if for those who are familiar, I had that joined the channel from the Arcane reactions. Thank you. Those are still up on the Patreon. That's part of the benefits of the Patreon. You get access. You can rewatch these reactions all over and over and over again. The access to your outbox. But I am upset that I was not able to give you guys the original reactions and my input on the rest of the episode of the series, because when my computer got repaired, like I went to a technician place and they did some sketchy shit and basically wiped my hard drive when they said they would back it up first, and they didn't. And they gave, long story short, I lost the files. I lost the video files. I lost the edited, even the raw files. So it's not like I could re-edit them. So if you guys would like, though, for me to rewatch Arcane where I left off, or the whole thing entirely, and give my review alongside, because I do anime reactions that are on the Patreon as well and stuff like that. Those are strictly there, only on the Patreon. The reactions that are edited will be on my TikTok, but there will be no YouTube yet. But stuff like that, would you like me to do that? Because I have a lot of insight on that, and I need a lot of feedback on that, and I like to hear your comparisons in the comment section. Let me know. But without further ado, my bad. Just wanted to put that there. We'll get back to this video.
The world of Runeterra.
We had to find a way to draw inspiration from Arcane.
Such a good series.
Tell the main heartbeat of the show without giving away anything that might be considered a spoiler.
From the get-go, we had planned on a kind of half and half hybrid ceremony, creating these immersive, stunning music videos, but then also to have live show elements.
We wanted to create something that was less in a virtual space and more in like a physically based space.
We wanted to build Piltover and Zahn on stage.
We were really excited by the idea of being able to bring magic elements into the real world.
This is going to
Yeah, they really stepped it up with this one.
Riot's ever done.
That was the initial plan.
Like, they really did.
Everything changed.
Oh, everything changed. Ooh. This is what... Oh, hold on. I remember saying that I pointed out something in the Burn It All Down dance performance for Mastercard part. I said something seemed off. That performance didn't hit like I think it would. And him saying that, I guarantee we're going to find out why certain things didn't look certain ways, or what they made what they had to work with. I remember talking to someone in the comment section on that reaction video about this. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm very excited now.
It's no wonder that Fortiche spent the last 3 or 4 years working on Arcane. It's very well done. The art for it is beautiful. That's exciting for us. On the other hand, we have to make sure that what we do is able to live up to that as well.
Arcane is going to invite players around the world to better understand the characters of League of Legends. So we felt the creative opportunity was to bring the worlds of League of Legends to life in the context of the opening ceremony.
Ooh.
For 2 or 3 months, we had been planning the opening ceremony as a stage show.
The show was completely planned around this massive set that's going to be built inside a stadium that's bigger than
They built...
Bird's Nest, so scale was going to be a big component.
This was going to be...
Wait, it's bigger than the Bird's Nest Stadium?
And we were putting in a lot of detail and energy to making sure
Wow.
that we could do something very magical in front of this enormous crowd.
We were to do 3 different...
Again, let's take a moment here to remember. This is a video game. This is clearly a movie studio, rock, music label company, just overall entertainment company that makes video games. Correction, my mistake. But still, this music label, studio, movie studio, all types of things, because I bet they could dominate anything they put their mind to, it type thing. Studio that makes video games is doing all of this for a video game. Esport. Respect it. Here we go.
Music video segments that would then play a part in the live show, appearing on the monitors, interplaying with the live event.
And I remember looking over their decks and I was like, this is very scaled. The challenging thing was working with the live show and what their needs were for their story beats. We have to get from A to B, but what's the coolest way to get there?
It was ambitious, it was enormous.
I can't wait to be on one of these sets and help be in the performance. I want to be Mike and dancing and dressed as one of the characters. Oh, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Thousands of people.
I have so many talent that I want to put into this
We've now been in
scene.
technical and physical production for about 7 weeks.
Dude, these
We're
dudes are
putting
amazing.
gear on boats,
Enough about me.
putting gear
These
on
dudes are
planes.
amazing.
We're signing contracts. We're in a place to really start to bring this show to life.
But there's a
It's
but.
extremely difficult to get everything aligned while we're in a global pandemic.
There it
About a
is.
month before Worlds started, we just started to realize we weren't able to pull off Worlds at the scale we knew we needed to pull it off.
Without certain resources and without certain individuals, it becomes impossible under those constraints to achieve what we set out to do.
Nick, I think, shielded us from everything until he was certain.
On August 16th, it became clear that the opening ceremony was not going to be possible to deliver in mainland China. On August 19th, I knew with certainty that Worlds was going to be leaving mainland China. The opening ceremony, as we understand it, doesn't make sense outside of one of the biggest stadiums in the world, which meant we now had 2 different emergency searches to launch.
It's super hard to make that decision, but the most important thing always has to be the competitive integrity of the competition, our ability to deliver a Worlds that is worthy of our pros and our fans around the world.
And so everything comes to a
Respect, man. Damn. Woo!
Hitting the brakes like that is jarring, to say the least.
It was an entire reframing of thinking, what could this even be anymore? So we all just like go cram into a room and say we're not coming out until we know what this is gonna be.
We went through every version of this show that we could.
I think in the back of our minds, all of us knew like this just has to become a full cinematic, full VFX, full animation.
And I think we were on our first day of actually live shooting. They pulled me aside and they were like, look, we're no longer doing the live show. We want to go even crazier with it.
We made the choice to keep the music videos as a static element of the creative and then started writing a new narrative. And that's when concepting around what we've begun calling the show Open began.
So now that I'm looking at it, when I saw the visual of them going into the castle to that scene to burn it down where I said I feel like it should have more lights to see the dancers and stuff, I'm starting to think that actually I might have been wrong. I probably was wrong. That actually was a nighttime setting, and it was probably just moonlight going through the windows behind the scenes, setting the tone that way. I didn't even think of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I guarantee you that's what it was. And it's probably the same night towards the last episode when Jinx sends the rocket off. I guarantee you that's the whole comparison. To burn it all down is when she burned the building down.
As we made this shift to
Now, it could be 100% wrong, but I'm going to have this mind blown for a second.
Reykjavik, Iceland, as where the World Championship was going to move to. In parallel, we'd identified the United Kingdom as the right place to move the opening ceremony to. While we were confident that we had great footage from the music videos we'd shot in Los Angeles, the show was still missing this massive sense of spectacle and splendor.
Okay, so they shot
Became
these in
increasingly
Los
clear
Angeles.
That this cinematic moment should be this massive marketplace in Zon, where everyone can feel the richness of the world.
This thing had so many moving parts, from the music video production teams here in LA, the performance stage in Iceland.
So they did
the
the
build that needed to go
wow.
in.
Oh, they had to film at
The
what,
set
3,
build
4
in
different
Birmingham,
locations?
which was where the Zon set was
That's
built.
3. So
Which
Zon,
is 30
the
foot high
LA
walls that was
studios,
built. We were at
Iceland.
360 in Zon.
It is very rare to be able to
Wow.
play in a playground like the set they created in Birmingham.
There's all the many animation and VFX teams we had to bring on.
We needed to aggressively and massively scale our entire team. We started up an effects department, an environments department, lighting department,
Wow.
character animation.
All told, over 1,300 people were required.
In a normal world, like you would have,
They deadass just built their
to
staff
produce
up.
this thing.
Woo!
Yeah,
If that,
too.
bro, like look at this. If this doesn't show that at any means necessary, they will give you guys, the gamers, the viewers, the fans, whatever they can to give the best they can, man. Holy shit, Riot.
The only way to pull off a project of
Oh
this
my God. Fucking love you
timeline
guys.
this short,
You could feel the love they have, the
highly
genuine care.
functioning partners who can just do what they do so well.
It's when you're so selfless and you give everything of your creative craft, your mind, your business aspects, all of them coming together to give to you for your enjoyment, being so careless but like selfless. I mean, not careless, selfless, but with passion to create at any means. They could have said, you know what, just full visual. No, we still needed to give something. We took 3 different studios, 3 different locations, shot them all, made them come together, made it look like one thing where you could feel immersed into Zaun, into this world of Arcane, to ease those who are not familiar with League of Legends into the world of League of Legends, not the game, but the world. Riot. Y'all.
This entire 13.5-minute piece is
Y'all.
a Jenga tower. You know, if one moment of it doesn't land, the rest of it's at risk.
It was so important to have people already looking to the post and VFX on set to make sure we were preparing ourselves and setting ourselves up for success.
So in wrapping up in Birmingham, what will happen across the next 2.5 weeks is an extraordinarily aggressive post-production schedule. We have to move that process as fast as it can physically go. The greatest constraint on this entire project is the ability to do animation, set extension, and visual effects at effectively feature film level of quality in 10% of the time frame.
So we needed to bring all of the weird elements together: 3D, 2D, live action.
Welcome
set
to the
extensions in 3D, but also we
playground
wanted to look like the
for
Arcane series. So like it's all
me.
these departments moving forward in parallel.
Love that song. Playground's one of my favorite. Oh, there's my boy Jid.
Similar, which is very difficult.
I love when his eyes
Nobody
glowed.
has
That
anything
was.
finished along the way.
I want to
We
rewatch
had
that.
to do a lot of things in tandem where usually we would wait for one step to resolve before we moved on to the next step.
By the nature of the sort of production timeline that we had, we knew that we were not going to be uploading the show till probably a few hours before it went to air.
Everything is down to the wire, and we are going
Wow,
to use
only a few hours before they went live?
until that final delivery to get things as polished as they need to be.
A week out from the show, none of us are sleeping well. This is the 5-day period where everything has to converge.
We still didn't have much finalized because everything was still in flight. I think the first sequence that we had done was between Playground and Enemy when we see Jinx and Vi in the arcade. And that was the Wednesday before it aired on Saturday.
What? That is
Much time
way
and
too
attention went into
close.
bringing Zod and Piltover to life. The thing that we could never lose sight of is how important the reveal of the Summoner's Cup and the players is to the overall moment.
So the way we revealed the trophy this year, we were excited by because this intricately designed hextech sphere served a narrative purpose in sort of the story we were telling, but also became the thing that unveiled the trophy.
It recenters us back in the purpose of the moment, which is the World Finals.
The night before the show is sort of this twilight of stress. You're close enough to delivery that you can't change the outcome, but because you haven't actually made it across the finish line yet, there's this incredible pressure that you might not.
At this point, we're gonna do whatever it takes.
Bro,
to
I
make sure
can't-
this
oh.
thing goes off without a hitch.
So, I had the privilege at my old job to work at esports event, a Halo Classic event, like an esports event. Not of this magnitude, nowhere near this magnitude. But it was my first time and seeing the production going down and the anticipation. And we had a couple hiccups, but the moving and the you could feel just the tension of like time and deadlines pushing. And we're still, I can only imagine what these dudes were
We
feeling.
knew we weren't going to have the show open completely delivered until about 2 hours before broadcast. Ultimately, we're going to come down to the mercy of how fast can a file be downloaded.
Friday evening, I was waiting for my last deliverable.
3 of the deliverables had come through via Dropbox, but the 2 largest ones hadn't yet. By this time, we absolutely have to be uploading the files, otherwise it's not going to make it.
What if the fiber goes down? What if the power goes out?
Someone was running over to the colorists in
Woo!
Burbank to get everything on a drive, place the final shot in, upload it, press play.
I think 4 or 5 a.m. by the time we're like, okay, everything's like out of our hands at this point.
We took our hands off the wheel and popped open a bottle of champagne.
After that moment where we hit play, kind of a blur.
It's the first time everyone can take a breath.
I just remember this great sense of accomplishment and joy, being able to see it all together with the people that helped you.
Man.
After that, it was like, well, what do we do now?
The thing that I think will separate this year is the level of passion that everyone brought to the project. And I think that that shines through in the finished product.
Just being able to work and occupy in the same space as so many creative people, a dedicated group of fans and players all together in this great community, it feels really like an honor to be part of something like this.
When we affect people emotionally, or when we impact people with what we do, that's what I'm most proud of.
I think with every opening ceremony or show open, we push the boundaries a little bit more in different directions. So who knows what we'll do next?
Man. Oh, man. I was going to say some stuff afterwards, man, but honestly, I'm just... You could just feel it, man. You could just... And you're probably like, why is this dude getting all emotional over... Yeah, we get it. Yeah, esports and gaming, we're respecting it and it's growing. But you understand that I grew up in this world of gaming. And that world consists of people who were shunned and outcast and seen as weird. And now that we're here, we're still getting recognized. But it's like to know that this community is built to such passion and that dedication to care. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, let me know by smashing the like button. Comment below what you thought about it. What did it do for you? How did it impact you? Let me know. Also, let me give a huge shout out to the current patrons on the Patreon right now on screen. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me and for spending your hard-earned money and supporting me in the channel in a bigger and better way. And if you guys want to be a part of the Patreon, get a shout out like this and exclusive access to exclusive content such as unedited full anime reactions, never before seen K-pop reactions, early access to League of Legends reactions, and other type of stuff as we are developing more content. Check out the link down below, see what tier fits you, and we appreciate it so much than you ever know. That's it for me today, guys. I'm your favorite nerdy analyst, Shinobi Zulez, and as always, like to say, I'm who, I'm what, I'm where, I'm out. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials on the screen, subscribe again, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.